And then I met James. I'm like, that's how you cast that role. I go, you will win a Tony Award and you don't even know me, but you need to give me your number because I'm gonna call you when you win and I'm gonna say I told you so. He brought that up the other night. He's like, do you remember that we met? I go, do I remember? Yes, can't forget meeting you. Yeah, I love him.
There's an expression in the theater we use a lot called, which is break a leg, right? And for you, that was literal, huh?
Yes, I have done that. Twice, on stage. Yeah, I broke my arm the first year in Beauty and the Beast, and I broke my foot the second year in Beauty and the Beast. And I tell that story on stage, and Ariel Jacobs, who played Jasmine on Broadway, she likes dad jokes. She's like, you know, Suze, you could say that you're a liability. And so now I do.
I was going to say
5% to Ari.
that's a really good one.
I know, she's excellent. She's a good dad joke teller.
No,
Yeah.
and rather fabulous. Hang on, I had a thought. It's trying to get to all these things in sequential order because we have time is precious, Ebenezer Scrooge. Tell us about. You did an animated movie. What was it called? The purple one. Right?
So it had been a few movies since they'd had the same actress be the singing voice and the speaking voice. And for whatever reason, when they were casting Hercules, they wanted to go back to that. And so they went back to their roots and they started auditioning Broadway actresses. And everybody was there. Donna was there, Audra was there, they were all there. And I wanted to audition so badly for this movie. The character, Hercules was written to be a 1930s screwball comedy. If you think of like Katharine Hepburn, Spencer Tracy kind of movie, if you don't know who those are, they're such beautiful movies. You should see all these movies from the 30s and 40s. And that's my era. I love those movies because the women were so strong. Joan Crawford, Bette Davis, Barbara Stanwyck. Meg was likened to Barbara Stanwyck in a movie called The Lady Eve. Lauren Bacall, and they had a cadence to them. You know, Lauren Bacall, if you need me, just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you? You pucker up your lips and below. Like everything's connected, everything's sing-songy, and this script was like, it was so well written. John and Ron wrote the script, and Disney wouldn't let me audition because it was going to be a waste of their time because I was Belle. And Belle and Meg, not exactly the same. And so sometimes you can politely just waterboard them, I guess.
100%.
And they had to see me every night at Beauty and the Beast, and I think they were like, it's just easier to give her the 5 minutes in the room. So I walked in, and they're like, hey, Susan, thanks. And I'm like, thank you. There's a microphone in the center of the room. We're at 890 Studio, a rehearsal space in New York City, and they're going to record the audition. And then they all look down, which is very disconcerting as an actor. You're like, well, nobody's looking. But it's because they're looking at a picture of the character, because they really just want to hear your voice. They don't want to see your facial expressions. They want to see if that voice makes sense coming out of this mouth. And it was the scene where Meg meets Herc, and are you right, Miss Megara? And I'm like, Miss Megara. My friends call me Meg, at least they would if I had any friends. So they give you a name along with all those rippling pectorals, and all their little heads pop up, and it's literally everybody. It's Cause, it's everybody, and they're like, Susan? I'm like, I've been trying to tell ya. When I'm playing Belle, I'm acting. Sarcasm, that's the center of my person. Yes. So, yeah.
Yeah, anybody who knows Susan knows she's far more Meg than Belle.
Yeah, so much more. Yeah.
You married show business.
I didn't mean to.
But he's so wonderful.
He's so
funny.
oh my gosh. Wait for it. Go Burr. Yeah. I didn't get married till I was 35. I just didn't meet him until then. 21 years ago. And he is the greatest thing since they put the pocket.
What does he do?
So I met him, I was set up by that teacher that changed my life when I was working back at the school. And this poor man thought that I was an administrator in a high school. And on our first date, I said, I'm like, so what do you think of musical theater? He's like, well, I don't know, I think I saw Phantom once, but I can't remember. And I'm like, I know people who love Phantom in my world, and people who hate Phantom, but I've never met anybody who couldn't remember being present for Phantom. But you know, this might be great. What made me a decent Meg was that I had dated everybody, and I'd had a series of bad boyfriends, and so then I met Rob. Yeah, and he works in comedy, and I think that's why we're a great fit. All the stand-up comics, you know, who came to our, they just thought, she's Belle, this is gonna be easy pickings. And then they met me. And then we could spar. Yeah.
You have two extraordinary daughters.
Yes.
Who could give a flying you-know-what about princesses?
They
Which
just
is
don't
what someone is.
care. No, it's not even that. It's even better. They love the mermaid. They love the mermaid, and when they first met Jodie, it was like eyes wide open, and Jodie's like, do they know? I'm like, they don't care. They don't care. It's the best.
You know, it's extraordinary, the kind of your career path, and there was the whole Broadway thing, and it's funny, when we were on the ship, we were all sitting around talking about the perils of doing 8 shows a week and how if you never had to do that again. Yay. And you've obviously done the concert thing, but you've really transitioned now, because when you and I talk, you don't see your job as being a performer anymore, really. I mean, that's not your number one job anymore, is it?
No, and this is the great thing about Disney as well. And this is why they have this program, you guys. They care about you, they want your talent to develop, and they want to keep you. They want to keep you. And I can't imagine any other company that would let me graduate from being a Disney heroine, which is a great job, don't get me wrong, to like getting to be kind of a girl boss and executive produce for them worldwide. And that's what I get to do. I get to create concerts and create jobs for other women, which I love, and take this IP and they trust me with it. And you know, that's a big deal because their IP is, their intellectual property, if you don't know, is everything. That's what this company is. I mean, it's created such great characters, great stories that people all over the world relate to. And the fact that they let me grow up in this company and have ideas and bring it to them and hold me accountable, that's good for me. That helps me to grow and to partner with people like Chris Ostrander and this guy right here, to like Ryan March, to just have our like brain trust of, you know, I get to meet with Ryan this week and we're writing a new show together and, you know, come up with what we want to do with this. It's really extraordinary and I don't take it for granted, and I want to live up to it, and that's good for me too, even at this age, like learning and growing.
You all are familiar with the Disney Vacation Club, yeah? Those of you